My name is Ian Sexton and I run Cornish Essential Oils. Cornish Essential Oils was set up to try and value add agriculture in Cornwall through the production of essential oils. And we started with lavender and we've progressed to bay, a various number of mints, rosemary for the pharmaceutical and the aromatherapy business. I think the uniqueness of the business as a whole and the product is it all comes from within a mile's radius. So the carbon footprint is very low. It's all hand done. The research is done in advance to ensure that we're planting the right thing. So hopefully we know what we're getting before we plant. The most valuable aspects of the ATI program have been the directness and the direction of support. Taking us directly to the front door of the people we need to talk to has been invaluable. It's fun, it really is. Working with Verity has been a pleasure. She's down to earth, but she knows exactly what you need to hear and she doesn't hold back in telling you what you don't want to hear. When I was first introduced to ATI, I had no expectations of what all outcomes would come from it. I just knew I needed some help, and sure enough, they gave me exactly what I needed. Certainly working with ATI has given us great focus and enabled us to form a strategy with other partners which they've brought in from other businesses and other areas and other industries. So it really has enabled us to create a platform to grow from.
My name's Jake Gibson-Shaw-Sutton, Director of Robotriks, and together we've been working on and developing a whole suite of agricultural robotics to try and help automate out in the field. The unique element about Robotriks is kind of our focus on affordable development of robotics. Normally when you hear robotics, it's a very expensive topic, but modern technology has brought that cost dramatically down. So our aim is to really focus on that and show what's really capable nowadays.
Well, I think we've literally started from the ground up. We've stood in the field, we've looked at the two issues that have faced us moving forward, we've picked the two problems, and through Jake's technology and company and work with the university and ATI, we've found a solution and we've built something to combat that.
The University of Plymouth's involvement in this has really helped to be able to spawn more ideas and get more personnel interested in the subject and really start to create more novel approaches that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to tackle. It's also opened up a lot more approaches for how things can actually be made as well. With the machinery and the equipment that the university has, we were able to water jet cut a quick prototype out, bring it out, test, and then go from there, instead of spending hundreds of thousands and years just developing to get to that initial stage.
The goal of the project has been to tackle a number of issues that we all face today, primarily in agriculture: the lack of labour, the lack of skills, the lack of technology, the environmental issues we face, changing weather patterns, which are forcing us to look closely at what we grow and how we grow them. And it's the how we grow them that Jake and I have been looking at with regards to technology and its input.
And that includes both developing brand new technologies and applying current ones in novel and different manners to try and help address all of these problems.
There definitely needs to be a combination of tradition and technology if Cornwall's to move forward in agriculture today.
There's been a lot of focus recently more on the large scale machinery, large equipment that will really tackle the field, that will take out everything rather than pinpointing and caring on a plant per plant. And that's something that, if you go back 100 years, everything was manually addressed, manually focused. You would look after and take care of everything to ensure they're healthy and they're growing well. And we've moved away from that. So hopefully now we're starting to realise that's a big flaw, that's a big problem. It's far more efficient if we can use the same land and generate far more material if we actually care for each thing individually. And by using technology, we can now analyse and do all of that autonomously.
You can also look after the environment and reduce costs by using fertilisers and sprays more efficiently.
Or possibly by not even using the metal.